So, hello, I'm Dr. Joya Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Business Boss Consulting, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. So, I'm coming to you today because I'm super excited. Yep, I am working on doing the final touches of and even creating a journal and planner to it of one of my latest books. And the reason why I say one of, because I'm usually rolling out one or two or three books at a time. So it's not just one, it's multiple books at a time. But this one, I have, even the editor said, "Woo, you put a lot of time in this. You put a lot of effort in this." I did. Um, I have been someone who has planned, prepared, um, just worked on events the majority of my life, since especially my teenage years. My parents did events. My mother and my father were very active on the local, national, regional level, and international level of our church organization. So they always had events, they always did events. But in November of 2023, I was at a shout out to Charvette Mitchell and the Platform Builder Summit, and I was a speaker, and I was also a vendor there as well. And so it was a great opportunity to be in the room with 100 plus business owners, no matter what level they were on. But I had two or three who pulled me to the side and said, "Joy, you do events all the time. We don't have a clue what we're doing." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "We don't really do events well. We watch you, we follow you, and you're everywhere. We need you to write a book, give us a guide, course, something, so that we can be better at these events." So it's still in the proofing stage, and you can tell I still got marks and stuff in it. But this is the book. Vendors and exhibitors want a guide to events, and it's still in the proofing stage because it is at this juncture, it is more than 200 pages that I have about events. It's going to be full color. It's going to be a major work. And then I haven't even begun. I'm in the planning stages for the journal and the planner, because I want you to have something. It's something that I do on my notebooks and everything all the time. But I haven't had something to go. I've got a Write That Book Now workbook. I've got a Publish That Book Now planner for those who are really serious about the production schedule of publishing. And then I've got Promote That Book Now, which has a planner to it too. But this one is going to have a journal and planner to it that is really going to kind of carry you what events you're going to attend, and it's not going to have any dates on it. So it'll have a month on it, but it won't have a year on it. So you can use it, this year, and then use it next year. And if you want buy another one, you can, because I want to leave it open as much as possible. But my primary reason is that you have a good guide to go by, some questions to ask. Because I know people go to events, but they don't even know the questions to ask. And I know that there are some hosts and some promoters and some organizations that I've attended their events, and they're like, "Ooh, okay, wait a minute. This is not a novice. No, boo. I've been doing this a long time." And in my own business, I've been doing this. It'll be 17 years that I've either attended events, been a vendor at events, I've hosted my own events. If you look back in my social media, I had several, especially in 2019. I was really on a roll until COVID stopped, but I had already been approved for 40 malls, because I was going with CBL properties. And once you're approved in one, they just roll on to all over the country. So I had in my mind and my plan to go all over the country, but stopped in 2020. And you know what happened then. So I did table events and malls and all that good stuff. Hosted a bookstore in a mall, in actual vacant store, turned it into a bookstore, had events in there, all that, sang, just the whole 9 yards. So I've done all kinds of events, signed contracts, paid all kinds of money. So I wanted to actually pour into you the things that I've learned, good, bad, and ugly. So let me just give you just a brief guide of the table of contents. And then why do events need vendors and exhibitors? I wanted you to kind of see from the promoter side too. Like, why do they even ask for vendors wanted? Why, what's that for? And then for you, one of the biggest things is for you to establish what's the goal. Now, I know because I published, written so many books, etc., you're thinking that this book is only for authors. No, this is not just for authors. This is for any person in any industry. And I wrote it from that vantage point. I didn't write it from, although I'm an author and a publisher, I wrote it from the standpoint of products and services generally. So I have books and other products and services that I provide, but it didn't matter if you get jewelry. It doesn't matter if you have body butters. It doesn't matter if you selling t-shirts, shoes, clothes, whatever you selling at these events, and even nonprofits. I've included it in this book, but you have to determine what your goal is. Now, me for doing events, it's always a multiple goals. Yeah, I want to sell books, but sometimes I need to network, and sometimes I need to introduce myself in front of a new audience who doesn't quite know me, or doesn't know me at all, or met me somewhere else, or they met me on the national level, but now this is a local, and so there's different people here. Same audience, same needs, but different audience. What's the goal? Is it besides sales? It's just great, and networking, which is always wonderful. Meeting new people, which is great. But also, not only just introduction, but also who else is out there? Who's your competitors? Who can you learn from? Not only network and collaboration, but if you're new to this game, less than 5 years, you have a lot to learn. So there's multiple goals. I also include if you're going to national and international events, regional and local events look differently. Because if they're local to you, there's less expense that you have to go through. Faith-based events, like large denominational events, if you're attending an event that's coach and speaker platform based, meaning that I'll just say for me, Coach Julia Royston is having an event. And most of the people who come to that event, some may not be my clients, but the majority of them are going to be my clients. So when you're selling, if you sell something similar to what that coach offers, you know that number one, that's their audience and not yours. You're meeting them, you may have something to offer, but that's their audience that they've built. So you have to govern yourselves accordingly. Nonprofit resource events, that's different too as well, how that works. Virtual events, how much did it cost you? Building your team, travel tips, an event checklist. And I'm going to stop right there because there's a little bit, well, there's way more because it's 200 plus pages. But I want to offer you to have, even before I have the book finished, the event checklist. So the website is Royston Great Events. That's Royston, Great, Great, just like the word, not nothing fancy. Events with the S on the end.com. And then you can download, you'll have to put in your information because I need to be able to know who got it, who got the checklist. So put in your name and email, and then download the free checklist, the event checklist, so that you'll have it, so that it'll be a guide for you for events. So I, as the old folks say in church, I solicit your prayers, but also I hope that you start looking at events differently. Finally, one thing I will have to say is that, a lot of people rely on, oh, it's on Amazon, it's going to sell automatically. No, love, it's not. It's not. Because statistics tell me that there's nearly 5,000 books uploaded to Amazon alone. That's not to mention the other platforms where it could be, or your own platform that it can be. So therefore, you have to promote. So, if you need help in that, guys, in that wise, besides doing events, help with promotion. Promote that book now is available at JuliaRoystonStore.com. So it has the, even though it's there, yay, it's not going to sell on its own. You still have to promote to that platform, to your website, to you, period. So therefore, be ready for that. Be prepared for that. No matter when you're getting this, whether this is your first book or like me, your 105th book, you still have to be thinking about what you're going to do to help move the book, because you're the author. I might have helped you publish it, but you're still the author. And the readers want to hear from you. You wrote it. It's inside you. The message should be a part of you. So, and knowing that, you're like, what does that have to do with events? I thought you was talking about events. Yeah. But you're going to be doing that promotion and that talking about your book and talking up your book and what your book is about every single event you attend. Yeah, no, most people don't think of that. Oh, the event, the book's there. No, love. You still got to sell it, because the events I've been to, I'm sitting next to the clothes people. And when it comes from clothes compared to books, they be like, I want that dress. I want that pair of shoes. I want that jewelry. Oh, that body butter smell good. I want that. So you're in competition with other industries. So therefore, yeah, be on the lookout. Be ready for that. Be prepared for that. So I'm Dr. Julia Royston. If you need to have a conversation, go to talkwithroyston.com. That's the best way to contact me. My phone number's out there, yeah, but I don't know where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing at the time when you call. I'll call you back and I'll text you and let you know. I can't talk right now. I'm recording. I'm at an event. I'm at a trade show. I'm out of town. I don't know where I'll be. So schedule a conversation. You'll have my undivided attention. Talkwithroyston.com. Be blessed. More to come. Bye-bye.